I don't even feel like we have to expound on anything. I'm just gonna pose the next question to Bills because I really want to know his thoughts on Klay Thompson's return and what that means for the Golden State Warriors, who I know is his favorite team. It can't be the Miami Heat, so you got to be rooting for Klay Thompson. I know you got to be rooting for.
Me and Klay is the only white niggas.
Yeah,
me and Klay is the only white niggas. Feel me? Who be balling how we be balling? So I fuck with Klay heavy, bro. Heavy. Like I was sad when he got hurt.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I was sad, and I'm happy he's back. But I know there's a couple things about him. He didn't change the top half of his jump shot, but he changed the bottom. He doesn't land the same no more, and he doesn't jump the same. So that's why his shit is not as water as it was. Now, getting him reacclimated is taking away minutes from players that was used to having certain minutes, certain roles, and they were thriving. As soon as he got there, they took a couple bad losses. And the only reason they was trying to fight over the Bulls today was because Zach LaVine got hurt in the beginning of the game. You know what I'm saying? But we got to keep it 100. Steph Curry haven't been looking like Steph Curry.
Nope.
Draymond could do only but so much. He's fucking Draymond. He doesn't really do shit. Fucking and now you got a guy who's been off for 2 years and he's playing like he's really been out for 2 years. So he's not helping right now. He's not even playing good defense that much either. So I hope he speeds it up and gets to where he gotta be.
Okay, so scale of 1 to 10, do you think the Warriors are now more dangerous or less dangerous now?
Right now, or at the end?
Right now, just
less dangerous with him back.
Less dangerous right now.
Just right now, just today.
And I think you pointed out 2 points. One, Klay's not himself yet; he hadn't gotten his legs yet. And then something happened to Curry in that chasing that 3-point fucking thing. He hasn't been the same since that shit, for real. And then Logik, I'm gonna bounce it to you. So what do you think about Klay Thompson's return? And look, I want to say before Logik speaks, just that, we believe in racial equality here. However Logik chooses to respond about this light-skinned energy is completely on the Logik level, and you need to exercise your logic in your response to Logik at logikovereverything@gmail.com. Please understand he doesn't represent the rest of the podcast. All right, go ahead, Logik. I'm sorry.
Important to say is before I make any comments about this particular topic that Logik is a brand that is specific unto himself and speaks only for himself, and he can be contacted by various planes on Twitter and other avenues of social media. He speaks for himself. He's untethered. He does not have anything to do with any type of outside or organizations that seek to subpoena him. So he speaks how he wants. What I will say about Klay is that the season started this year a little bit after October because of COVID and stuff like that. And we thought Klay was going to come back then. And we kind of saw Golden State go through some things. And we actually saw Golden State step up, and we saw Jordan Pools and Andrew Wiggins and a lot of different people do a lot of different things to make them the team that they are. And then the other day, I turned on the TV and I saw Klay. And he's good. And he's good. They're not going to play him in back-to-backs. It's not, like we're still checking him out. But from what I saw, he's good to go. And as much as I hate the Warriors, much as I hate Warriors fans,
oh shit,
as much as I hate California, I was born in California and I hate it because I don't know anything about it. The key is this: that team, that organization, as a Knicks fan, is everything you dreamed that your organization would be. They built around the hole. They reinforced the hole. They put a thing on and they patched that hole up. And then they got the guy back, and he's the guy. But everybody that passed that hole up is still who they are too. So they're even better now. It doesn't make them worse. It makes them better because Jordan Poole's still Jordan Poole. He's like everything is still what it is, and it's scary, man. You see an organization that played everything right. They played everything right, and for 35 years, the Golden State Warriors organization played everything wrong. From cocaine to like they played it all wrong. Like they did it all wrong. Everything was wrong. And now it's right. Now it's they played it as right. They held Klay, and they must have known in practice that Klay was ready to go. And they held him.
He dropped like 50 in the G.
They held him.
He dropped like 50 on them niggas and all type of shit.
Hey, Logic. I just want to ask you one more question.
Absolutely.
Because I think we have a Logik Over Everything first, where Logic went at it. You went at it very. I'm surprised that you had that response.
Because I'm trying to be logical. So what I'm doing is remembering that my heart and my feelings don't have anything to do with the reality of it. Okay. And the reality of it is an organization had a big, huge, matter of fact, they had two holes. They had him and Kevin Durant, and they fixed both them holes. They fixed. I feel like I still don't. I
feel like they're not gonna get better.
They lost Kevin Durant and that dude.
But it was 70. How many games they won? How many games they won without Durant? Come on, man. They don't act like they ever really needed the nigga. If they would have stuck on these guns, they would have won it.
And that's what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is the idea of a Durant.
They get better with Klay
than only a Durant.
They get better with Klay in the playoffs, but right now he's hurting. It's not. It's finding. He can't even, like you say, he can't play back to backs. They can't. They're not going to bust him down for 30 minutes if they really need him to lock down on defense. Later on, when Wiseman comes back and they solidify somebody in the hole, that's when they become better.
Right. And you're
but for now, it ain't looking good. They're getting played around with.
Bills, let's do this. Instead of me pointing at another team, let me point at something I care about. I'm a Knicks fan, bro. That's what I care about. Let's imagine.
Ho. That's my next question. That's my next question. All I want to know is who Golden State paid $78 million to.
Because I'm gonna go angry. Let me. I don't want to hulk out right now. Just listen to what I'm saying. Follow the stream, and you can tell me if you think it's wrong.
Yeah.
Listen to the stream. The idea is this: if I'm a Knicks fan and we lose Patrick Ewing, and then we lose John Starks, and then we do some wild shit, and we get a Rick Smits, and then John Starks come back, that is better than the idea of the athletic players who we all love.
No, I'm saying they're better in the long run. But he obviously make them better today. Today, he don't make them better today. He makes them better in the long run when he gets his shit back. And like I said, they need somebody in the hole because Draymond was like...
Right, but that's the first thing I said, right, Bill? The first thing I said was
Curry playing like garbage.
That's what I said, too.
And they built Andrew Wiggins, and they built all of that. So even if Klay is not 100% Klay, if he's 72% Klay, we got Andrew Wiggins, too, on a low contract. We got Jordan Poole on the end of his rookie contract. That's
good coaching, bro. That's good coaching, bro.
And that's all I try to say, bro.
It's gonna take like a month and a half.
Like the
Knicks, take like a month and a half for them to get
as a poverty franchise, like the Knicks on the East Coast. You watching a group of people on the West Coast with the Lakers and Utah and this and that and all these other things that's hanging and the Clippers and you see them maneuvering things around and making decisions that just make you look back and say, man, that was smart. Like, that was very smart. Like, that was smart. They had Russell D'Angelo Russell, and they switched D'Angelo Russell to get the Wiseman trade, and then they got Andrew Wiggins on top of that too. Like these people are thinking differently.
They're moving differently.
They're moving.
They did way better than what everybody thought they were going to do.
And that's all I'm trying to. That's all I'm trying to say. Is a Knicks fan who moves one thing to the next thing to the other thing. You see somebody over here in the West.
They turn themselves into a prestige organization, bro. From
they've been one for a minute. Prestige because of the way that they think. It's not just what they do, and it's not just what the team does.
When they put everything into Curry though, because when Curry first came in the league, he was getting smoked by CP. He had bad angles, black eyes in the playoffs, all type of shit.
We never thought he would live this.
Chris Paul gave him a black eye, bro. He had to play the rest of the series in a black eye, and he lost.
His ankles fucked up for about 6. And then then
they drafted my boy too. Then they drafted Klay. They turned themselves into it. Like you said, back in the day, them niggas was a shit, but ticket selling.
Trash. But this is the idea. And all I'm trying to say, I'm gonna let my man Joseph run it, and he can position it with other people. All I'm trying to say is, as a Knicks fan, as somebody who loves his basketball team and who believes that the people that run his basketball team love basketball as much as he does, I don't think anybody in Golden State loves basketball as much as the people that run the Knicks organization run basketball. I don't believe that. I'll never believe that. What I do believe is that the people that run Golden State are way fucking smart. They're very smart. They're just very intelligent, and they build things in a certain type of way where we'll do this Wiggins thing, but we know Klay could play. And you know what's going to be even more dope is that we could play Klay at the 2. We could play Wiggins at the 3. And then we could, shit could get really crazy. And then we could do that whole, that Death Valley, whatever, the shit we did with Iguodala. We could do the same shit with Wiggins. We can
before this turns into the Bills and Logic cast, I need to go to Infinite, man. Because there's certain things that we look for in the game, and I think we resonate together on when the game is played correctly, when NBA is played correctly. So for you, how big is Klay Thompson's return, right? And what does it do to that Golden State team overall in your mind?
It's pretty simple. The best thing about getting Klay back is simply depth. We talked about Brooklyn earlier. We talked about Chicago for a second. Yep. Outside of most of those teams in the West, to me right now, there's only 3 teams that in the West that have a legitimate amount of depth that could potentially take them to the finals, and that's Golden State, that's the Memphis Grizzlies, and that's the Phoenix Suns.
That's all they got.
And you're right.
That's all they got.
I agree 100%.
That's all they got.
You know what I'm saying? So just like just like Bill said. Just like Bill said, I think the most important thing coming for that team is that getting back James Wiseman. I think that's going to be a major impact. But only if that brother can stay healthy. You know what I'm saying? If he can't stay healthy, then really
I'm sorry, sir.
He's a kid though.
I've been drinking a bit. Can you repeat that?
Oh, I was saying that the biggest thing outside of getting Klay back will be getting back James Wiseman at center.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? They don't have enough depth at big man.
I agree.
That's if you say there's one weak spot on that team,
that ain't Looney. That ain't Looney.
Right.
Not Looney.
I love Looney.
That's something different.
Looney's cool,
That's
but
something different.
Yeah,
Looney's good off the bench. You know what I'm saying?
It's better. Right. He's better off the bench.
I agree.
He's more impactful off the bench.
But I will say, once again, I think the biggest steal, and y'all was talking about the thinking of that front office for Golden State. I think the biggest steal they got this year was picking up Otto Porter.
But you know what?
Yeah. He's a bucket.
He wasn't like that his whole. I remember him being a bucket before this. I mean, he was in your team, right, Aaron? He was a wizard.
Yeah. He was a bucket. Yeah.
He was a washer.
He was getting a little bit bucket. Yeah,
right now, he's like a bucket. He's
Washington.
defense. He's fucking pesty.
He went to the.
He's doing all this type of
What
shit.
he's supposed to be.
Yeah.
But you know why?
Nah,
It ain't even that. It's that there's no pressure for him over there. He can just be freely and just like fit in. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there's no.
It's like the same thing with GP too.
No
you know what I'm saying? Like they don't need him to do much. Score 6 points a game, get 6 rebounds.
Even Wiggins.
But at one point,
Wiggins.
At one point, they needed Wiggins, but not even. You're right, because at that time, Klay was going crazy with the 30s and 10s and 40s and 9 threes, and Wiggins was just there. They got Iguodala back too, right? They got Iguodala over there.
Yeah, they got Iggy.
Iggy back.
They got a nice little squad, but I like Memphis.
Iggy is competent. He's old.
Yep.
Can't do all the things he used to do, but he's smart enough to know he can't do it. So he knows
He gonna coach.
Not only that, he just had a finals run with the best team in the East. You know what I'm saying? He just had a fun.
You watch. Iggy is the defensive Robert Ory. You watch. He'll know exactly where he needs to be.
Well, he ain't played that deal beyond the other night. Y'all pulled the shit out that nigga the other night.
Ooh. All right, look. Hey, I'm a use that, Infinite. I'm gonna use you to bring us to our next point.